We got next screaming Israel ride. Jamming to my verbs, standing on the curb, famine of the word, damaging my nerves, cannon for the purge. I go Michael bad. Flow.
Yeah, I just had a question about that.
Okay.
That's for one for now, but I'm still gonna just listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Give me that in Job, bro. That's my favorite one of those, Job 9:24. Because you want to understand how the Esau is a so-called white man, right? Alright. So I'm finna try to give you the understanding. Yeah. You already know that back in Genesis, right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. So you know who run this earth. You already know, right? Okay.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof, right? So we know you already know who the greatest judge is. Yeah, he the greatest judge on earth. Yahweh Shai is, right? Who covered him up? There ain't no Arab. You see what I'm saying? That's the white man, right? Go ahead and finish it up.
If not, where and who is he?
If it ain't him, who is he? If that ain't Esau, who is it, right? Yeah. It said your boy's jail, but it's alluding to the wicked. Go ahead, give me that Malachi back. Who the wicked is?
I got
Come.
You know, like it tell you in Hebrews 12 and 16 that Esau gonna basically be like a fornicator, like do illicit sex acts. Okay, if you look at the Arab, they got laws on homosexuality. They stone people. So if they Edomites, they don't even got the spirit of Edomites. They don't like homosexual, bocce boys, none of that. So look, Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau. You know what I'm saying? So basically it's the fornicator part. Illicit sex acts. You go Arabs, they ain't with the illicit sex act stuff. You know what I'm saying? So who are with it? The so-called white man. They with it. Who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, but the key part was
the fornication. Going into, you know what I'm saying, you know, they like bestiality. They for the gayness, you know what I'm saying? And we all know they say what gay pride. We know pride go before destruction, right? So they heard with all this just abominations, you know what I'm saying, going against the Most High. It's not the Arabs that's doing that. You see what I'm saying? It's these so-called white people, and they doing it around the world. They ain't just doing it in America. They doing it wherever they went. That's how they live. Went all the way back to the Romans. You know what I'm saying? All the way back to the Greeks. It's just how they. This is how they are. It's in their nature. You see what I'm saying? And then too, like Shatar bringing up the so-called Arabs, they women being ordered. You know what I'm saying? Some of our women can, learn a thing or two from them. You see what I'm saying? They come out covered up. They don't really, especially when they not Americanized, right? They not raising their voices at their husbands and all this not going down. You never really see like a Arabian strip club and nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? Because that goes against what they want to do. But Esau with everything. You know what I mean? This is who the wicked is. I'm going to explain who the wicked, because it said it's in Job 9:24, you know what I'm saying, the wicked cover the faces of the judges thereof, right?
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That's going into them coming out the caves, you know what I'm saying? Coming out the caves and starting to rebuild, which is the Renaissance era. Yeah.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
So they're the border of wickedness. Anytime you deal with a border, you know what I'm saying, that's the beginning, you know what I'm saying, or end of something. So they're the beginning and end of wickedness. They are the wicked. You have other people, you know what I'm saying, and other people within our nation itself that's wicked, but they are the wicked. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference, right? You got like, analogy of saying, I'm saying, like, man, Michael Jordan, yeah, he a best player, you know what I'm saying? But they might be like, what's the dude for the Lakers? Abdul-Jabbar, the tall dude. Abdul-Jabbar, he the best, yeah, he the great, he the best. You know, they put that emphasis on the, right? Yeah, so they're the wicked, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever.
So Yahweh gonna hate them forever. And we can see that plain today in Texas. Look how red they are. They dying right now. And even with just look at them, period, they dying off you know what I'm saying, the curses are starting to go on them, they dying off at a high rate. You know what I mean? Not too long ago, they predicted like they was gonna be the minority in like 2060, and now they have to readjust it. It's 2040. Yeah, it's 2040. They have to readjust it. It's happened a lot faster to them than they thought. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Go to the point, if Esau is the Arab, we're going to have to go into captivity to the Arabs. I got multiple precepts for it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that. Oh, Slakia. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So if Esau is the end of the world, and they saying that the Arabs are the end of the world, we're going to have to go back into captivity under them in order for us to be the beginning of the next. You see what I'm saying? So when they say that, they really don't understand. They saying, well, yeah, we agree that we're going back into captivity again. No, this is the last captivity, right? Go ahead.
I got another one. This is Obadiah, last verse in Obadiah, verse 21. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's.
So the kingdom gonna be Yahweh. So after Esau done away with, the next kingdom is Yahweh's, man. Right?
That's right.
So you already know the Most High gonna put his people in there. We're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, ruling with Yahweh at that time in the kingdom of the Most High God. Right? So if the Arabs is Esau, man, we can look forward to another captivity, man. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it's progress, bro.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree.
Spreading himself like
the Arab ain't went everywhere, spreading his philosophies everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, it is some Edomites that's mixed in with them because Esau dealt with Ishmael. But for the predominantly the Edomites here, just like it's some so-called people that look like a so-called black man, that's the Edomite. So they mixed in, but predominantly the Edomites is the Caucasians over here.
That's right. So you.
I got another. You good? I got questions. I'm listening. Period. Regardless.
This is Ezekiel, because in Malachi it said the Edomites are the worst. Like they're the wicked. So watch this. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 24. Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen, and they shall possess their houses. And I will make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. So it's basically talking about Edom's gonna take our places. And who's calling themselves Jews right now? What do they look like? It's the worst of the heathen, man. It's the wicked. It's the Edomites, man. The so-called white man.
Yeah, they're the Edomites, and not the Arabs, and they're not Japheth. They're the Edomites, right?
Let me tell you. Oh, you got another question?
I mean, I'm listening to it, but like me, I get one of those.
Where you get one?
King James 1611.
I got mine. I ordered mine 1611 offline off Amazon. I think I got my apocrypha from I think I bought this from the store. Yeah, that's where I got it from. Yeah, the apocrypha. Yeah.
I got two more questions.
And my dad. Yeah, I was gonna go there. I got another one for First Maccabees. All right, look. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth. Like, so basically saying when the wicked keep having kids, transgression in the earth gonna keep coming. But the righteous shall see their fall. Let me show you this. Let's talk about Alexander. Let me show you. Come.
I already got it.
There you go.
I got it.
All right, look. And it happened. Look, hold on. And after okay, here you go. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 5. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die. This talking about Alexander right before he died. Wherefore he called his servants, such were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then died. And his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them. many years, so they steady having kids. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And we all know, Alexander is what? White boy. You see what I'm saying? So it go with, you know what I'm saying? Esau, whenever they steady having babies, they're just gonna transgress, break the law, and then Israelite put it with Alexander. When he died, his little 4 generals, you know what I'm saying, went around trying to rule everything. Then they had sons multiplied, and evils just kept on multiplying with them. You see what I'm saying? So it all tied to Esau.
Let's go into his color. This is Genesis 25, verse 25. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So he was a red man. He was a so-called red man, which would be the Caucasians now. And it's gonna show you how red he was. Because it said like a hairy garment. This is
so when you say hairy garment, it's not literally saying like he had a bunch of hair on him. It's saying he was red like a hairy garment, right? Okay.
This is Exodus chapter 26, verse 14. And thou shalt make a covering of the tent of ram skin dyed red, and the covering of badger skins.
So that's the color red that he was. That the ram skin dyed red, because the ram skin was the hair. That's the hairy garment that he looked like. Right?
I got a picture of what it looks like too.
When you look at them, that's exactly what they look like. I'm pretty sure one gonna manifest up here in a minute.
That's the color.
That's exactly what they look like though. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it ain't talking about hair.
Yeah, that's not talking about hairy. Yeah, a lot of people say that they hairy, they're hairy. Yeah. They just saying he's red as a red garment, and that's the red garment he was red like. Yeah, that's all it is. First night. Well, that's where I was. I mean, that's why I got one.
This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and in the time that their iniquity had an end. Who has had a perpetual hatred for the so-called black and Hispanic man? The so-called white man.
That's right.
Who continues to shed our blood by the sword, or what the modern day sword is a gun, the bullets, man? Who does that? That's the so-called white man.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. You know what I mean? I think they just get it mixed up because they just love white people. What is it?
They go in the Bible and they look when the Lord talking about the land, they thinking them people still in the land today. So they'll go to a scripture and it's talking about, look, it's talking about Edom, Mount Seir. They think it's talking about literally who is Mount Seir right now. Nah, but we know that the Edomites, you can look through history, that they start moving from originally where they was from, like even during the time of King David. They start moving up there north. Even that's how they became Greeks. Like they took the identity of the Greeks, because they start moving. I forgot, Salaki if I'm saying, I think it's the Archaic dynasty. You can look it up when they just talk about them. So yeah, they go in the Bible, they look when they say, oh, see, Mount Seir. It's talking about over there in Mount Seir. But nah, the Lord is just using that name. It's describing their place as their people. You know what I'm saying?
The same way he used Israel. He used Israel the same way. He used Jerusalem the same way. He used Mount Zion the same way. So the same way he can use names of places, but he refer to the people. You know what I'm saying? They was once there. That's what it is. That's what they're going to.